don't know. The technology always can come many things. So this is what we are looking.
So thank you, Murali Garu. I'll come back to you. Now, Swapna Kumar Garu, who is the chairman of, managing director of Honor Ventures, who's made some remarkable surge in the sales in the Hyderabad market. I have a few questions for you, Swapna Kumar Garu, mainly with respect to raising capitals. Over the past, in 2024, there is a huge surge in the equity capital inflows into real estate. Almost about 8.9 billion US dollars have been invested in the real estate sector. Not only in the metropolitan cities, even if you look at tier 2 and tier 3 cities, $600 million have been invested in real estate projects. But getting equity capital inflow is not all that easy, and the cost of equity capital inflows are also slightly different to the other ways of funding the project. What is your advice to the developers in tapping the equity capital inflows or other alternative ways of funding?
Good afternoon, everyone. Very happy to sit with these two dignitaries, Umesh Garu and Murali Garu. See, like how you said, I think Hyderabad market, yeah, especially when it comes to commercial, then there is that equity capital funding, which is growing as of now. But Hyderabad, where we do residential market, where I see funding is more of mortgage debt or your, on the receivables of this thing or basic construction finance. This is how the inflow of, capital comes into real estate. But I see a lot of REITs which are there. I know how US markets and other markets operate. It is at a very starting stage that, bigger, larger malls or larger places where there is a good rental income yield and also certain good names which are associated. That is where these REITs are starting. I would say it is in very nascent stage here in Hyderabad, and it takes a lot of time for us to, reach where people would come and do. I also know some people who are actually doing equity market funding where, like how you say, Murali Garu, doing something where you have a mixed projects where you have commercial, retail, residential, and some, hotels and all. That's where I think there is a huge beginning of this equity capital funding which has started, because where this is more capital incentive projects or industries where you require it in the beginning of the project. Yeah, that's where I see the opportunity.
Yeah, you are mainly into luxury housing segment. Luxury housing segment. Hyderabad, they started with 6,000 SFT flats, and now some of the developers are offering even 15,000 square feet residential units. So the total market dynamics in Hyderabad is shifting very fast. From earlier 16% share of luxury housing, it jumped to 34% in the overall market size. Now, how do you see the Hyderabad market growing in the luxury housing segment, and what would be your advice for the developers to shift to luxury housing?
So it has already emerged as a luxury housing market, Hyderabad, because first is, I don't see nowhere in India, luxury defined in Hyderabad is completely different. We have, like how you said, the biggest 10,000, 15,000, 8,000. Not every city has so many projects with such big size, and their derivation of luxury would restrict to, this 4,000, 5,000 because of the space constraints and all. But Hyderabad is a typical market where this luxury, people are there, people wanted, bigger spaces, which is there, which definitely has a good market in Hyderabad. So we have our villa project, which is called Honor Richmond, which we have started in 2022. So we see the biggest sizes which are there are sold out than the smallest size in the project, which itself gives a very evident statement that customers are looking at luxury and they wanted bigger spaces and they wanted in gated communities. So It's a good market opened in Hyderabad. So you have each and every segment, which is luxury, ultra luxury, and then like how I said, villas, and high rise with bigger sizes. All of them are doing well as of now. Yeah.
So we're running short of time, but I would still like to ask you 2-3 quick questions. In designing or structuring the marketing and advertising campaign, what is the general budget that one should plan in the overall total revenues from a project? And generally these campaigns, the impact of these campaigns fizzles out after a certain period of time. What would be your advice to keep changing the campaigns, given the vast background that you have from the retail marketing experience? How would you suggest, what would be your suggestion in terms of fixing certain percentage of the overall revenues and campaigns?
See, for us in real estate marketing, it starts with the location, like I think Somesh Garu said. So if your location is good and your design should be good, it should be appealing, and then it has to be presentable. Now post this, then there are many tools which we are using in this real estate, where there are multiple ways to reach the customers, and there is inquiry from the customer. So digital marketing, I think, has taken over. So if you look at 10 years back, we were largely dependent on the print media or the advertisement medium, which is television and all. But moving forward, I think digital market has taken over. So tools like people who are looking at it, segregating them into segments, what is their requirement, and then that's how we are going to pitch them directly, so that the lead generation has become more easy for us. We spend a lot on both ATL and BTL as well. So I would say, see, two ways of marketing a project, which is the first set of marketing happens where you make that brand visible to the customers. You make them understand what is your brand, what are you building, and what size and scale of projects. So that helps for customers to know that this brand is doing it, and they would understand the positioning of that brand. So, which is the first thing any developer would do. Then next it is a direct thing which is directly related to the sales, like how are you pitching them with your product, so which actually turns out the result should be a sale. So this is where we are working tirelessly from last 2-3 years, where I think I can say that we are very successful in terms of digital marketing, going it like using all your AI, customer inquiries, and then getting into the leads, working on them and continuously supporting them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think we have used more time than what is allotted for this session. All the three panelists will be available, I think, for some more time. So you can feel free to interact with them during the lunch break. And we will we'll have to close the session now. Thank you very much, Swapna Kumar Garu.
No issues. Thank you
very much, Murali
Thank you,
Garu.
everybody.
Thanks, Umesh Garu. So, Aptulu, how are you going to thank them for the valuable insights that they have shared from their rich experiences and taking out their time coming from Bangalore, Hyderabad, and leaving their busy schedules? Thank you very much personally from me and from all of us at Apta.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your discussion. We would love to listen more, but we have very strict allotted time.